So I'll mention one of the rumoured ones first, which is Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. That's one of the first ones that's rumoured for Raw. There's not been anything else really that I've
We'd
seen,
be
but
remiss to say if we didn't mention that, yes, Drew McIntyre has re-signed with WWE.
yes. So Drew versus Sheamus, if that happens, would be really good to see, to be fair, and would serve as a good placeholder to keep Drew away from the world title because he should be having a match at the pay-per-view because obviously the other week he won the world title at WrestleMania before the cash-in. So Drew should have a match at the pay-per-view, and even though Sheamus is great, Drew should win it. Unless
Absolutely.
unless Punk's just about ready to come back, in which case Drew should lose it thanks to Punk. so yeah,
Nah, Punk's got at least 3 months until
fair
he's
enough.
actually back. But they need to keep McIntyre hot because once they have that show in Scotland,
Yeah,
that's where he needs to take the title. And I think everybody's thinking the same thing. They might pull a swerve on us.
he could win the title at the Clash at the Castle because that's before SummerSlam, isn't it? I think
Yeah, I think it's right before.
so. He could win the title in Scotland. So he gets the bigger moment than WrestleMania because not only is it a live crowd, but it's also hometown crowd and such in home country and all that. And then we could get the following night on Raw. CM Punk comes back, returns from injury. CM Punk versus Drew at SummerSlam. Maybe a triple threat: Drew versus CM Punk versus Seth. That would be great. But yeah, I think SummerSlam. So when we're going to get the Punk versus Drew showdown.
Well, with them doing King and Queen of the Ring again, they never mentioned Money in the Bank, which is normally in May.
Yeah. I've heard
Are
rumors
they
that
moving
they
away
get.
from that?
I have heard rumors that they're getting rid of the Money in the Bank thing. That Damien Priest might
I
be
wouldn't
the
be
last
opposed
cash
to
in,
that.
but or they start doing it at Mania again. Because it made sense when it was at Mania to have a one-off one that could go for either title. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
think
don't need to make a whole pay per view about it. Same thing with
no.
Hell in the Cell. Hell in the Cell needs to be a finale to like a storyline, not a
Which
pay per view.
thankfully, Triple H has that same sort of view, which is why we've not had TLC or Hell in a Cell pay-per-views for the last couple of years.
That's a
They
beautiful thing.
yeah, and the Hell in a Cell meant a lot more seeing Finn Balor versus Edge at Mania last year, for example, because of the fact
Yeah,
that there wasn't a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view that year, and the next time we see a Hell in a Cell match, it's going to have been over a year since we last saw one. So yeah, I mean the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view makes sense in the sense of doing it as the road to WrestleMania because that's not a feud
yeah,
ender
that
because
one's
it's a
fun.
multi-man thing. So I get the need for the Elimination Chamber because yeah, Royal Rumble gets you the winner gets the pick to for which championship. The Elimination Chamber gets the runner-up spot and goes for the other one. Fair enough. More than happy with that.